Good afternoon, and it's a beautiful sunny summer afternoon outside, so I'm stuck in this office with the blinds drawn, talking to you guys. And the reason I'm talking to you guys is because the design of the PS5 has leaked, and it looks like an alien spaceship had a love child with a Roomba. I don't know if you can see the pictures on the screen at the moment, or whether you're doing something else while you're listening to me drone on. But the pictures show something that looks rather weird and quite a lot different to anything we've seen from PlayStation before. And the internet's gone a bit wild. Some people are very excited for this. Some people are saying it's pig ugly. I would tend to agree with the second camp, but you know, it is quite unique. But is it actually the PS5? Because it would seem it's more likely that it's just the dev kit, despite what some people would have us believe. This story first broke, I believe, with LetsGoDigital, a Dutch site, and somebody called Ilse Jurian. And they discovered a Brazilian patent, or a design patent that was submitted to a Brazilian patent office. And initially, they had one photo. And it was just a design photo. You would have seen earlier on the little, it's actually come up again now, the little design photos here. And they can show you a kind of mock-up of what it's supposed to look like. And then subsequently, I think they mocked up some photos to actually try and show what it might really look like. And you can see on these photos, we've got LetsGoDigital. So these are mock-ups based on those design photos. As I say, they initially had one photo and then they got hold of more, and those seemed to confirm that it was actually a console. And as they said, possibly a dev kit, and I would tend to go along with that. And as I say, speculation about whether it was a dev kit or an actual console went crazy. And it's the usual thing, isn't it? We all get wrapped up in these things. But let's be honest, this is going to be a dev kit. That's the way I look at it. We got further information from somebody called Matthew Stott, and he's a senior artist at Codemasters. And he confirmed in a tweet that the images were, in fact, of a PlayStation 5 dev kit, and that Codemasters, and I quote, have some in the office. So it's a dev kit. Whether it will look like the final PlayStation 5 or not, as I say, is open to debate. It's interesting to note, though, that the tweet and the Twitter account itself have since been removed, and I couldn't actually find the tweet, although I could find references to it and quotes from that tweet, which, you know, let's be honest, probably shows that Sony aren't too impressed with the fact that this is leaked. As I say, this may suggest that this is a real console, or it may just suggest that Sony don't like having their patents leaked. And I would think that the latter is probably the case. My personal view, it is a dev kit. And all the information tells us it's a dev kit, and there's literally nothing out there that would suggest that it's a final console. And another leak, which we should also take with a pinch of salt, suggests that the PS5 will actually be revealed on the 21st, I think it is, of February next year, 2020. So we shouldn't actually have long to wait before we find out what the PlayStation 5 actually looks like. And to reiterate, this is a dev kit. It's not the final PlayStation. And if anyone thinks it is the final PlayStation, well, they're living in cloud cuckoo land. And I'll say this now. If this is what the final PlayStation 5 looks like when it arrives, I'll buy one, season it liberally, and eat it on YouTube. But what do you think? I mean, do you agree with me? Do you think this is a dev kit? Do you think it's just complete fake? Or do you think it actually is what the final PlayStation will look like? Because looking at the pictures and looking at the mock-up, I would say no. I mean, why has it got the buttons on the front for pause and fast forward and play and all that kind of stuff? You're not going to get that on a console. It's not necessary. And Sony aren't going to spend money on stuff that isn't necessary on the final console. There's lots of design cues here and various other bits and pieces that we can look at here and basically say, this isn't going to be the final thing. I honestly, I can't see that this will be the final console. But as I say, let me know what you think. You might think I'm talking rubbish. You might think that there's something here that suggests that it is the final console. And if you do, let me know in the comments and we can talk about it as usual. And while you're doing that, like, subscribe, hit the bell and all that, because if you don't hit the bell, you won't get told about my videos. And if you're actually at a loose end and you've finished with this one, go and watch another of my videos, because hopefully they're entertaining and give you something to think about and maybe comment on as well. So, yeah, I don't like doing that, but, you know, it has to be done these days because YouTube ain't going to push my videos. They're not going to do it for anyone who's small. It's just the way it is. That's what we got to live with. Anyway, that's me done. I'm going to go out and see the sun, I think. And I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye.